great husband.
I was sorry to hear about that.
Is he dead, Jess?
Only to me.
Only to her.
And now, CheezWits.
Howdy.
Hello.
How hard are you? How hard are you? How hot are you?
Hot, yes. Heart, no.
No, not hot.
It's dead.
Yeah. Dead heart.
It's dead.
I'm on the Facebook marketplace right now, negotiating a price to have my deck power washed because we're gonna have it oiled.
Yeah, I keep thinking I need to do some stuff with my deck, but gays fuck too.
Yeah, no.
But one, I'm unemployed and currently have no income, and two, it's gonna be a lot because my deck, the original deck, was painted dark brown, and then I had steps added to it and the fence, and they're not dark brown, and I never had anything done with them, like stained or anything or sealed.
Right.
So it's going to be a whole thing.
Well, we've had ours stained several times over the years, and Cuprinald, so it just so the water runs off. But I'm going to switch. I'm going to switch over to Australian oil.
Oh.
Yes.
Okay.
It's supposed to be really good. This Australian oil mix treatment.
Well, good luck with that.
Well, see, already this is a weird. I let the guy know what town I live in. He wants to know what road I live on in the negotiation, this is an obvious point to find out. Let's see. Do you live in the trailer park section, or do you live in the stick-built house section? That'll determine how much I'm going to charge you per square foot.
Well, I mean, you said it was a deck, right?
No, it's a porch, not deck. I'm sorry. I have misquoted myself. No, a wraparound porch.
And how many wraparound porches are on trailers?
Oh, some have them.
Do they?
High end. Well, they're not completely wraparound. They're usually front door, around the little side, and to the back door. I've seen a couple.
Really?
And especially the ones that have pools. The ones that have pools out back, they'll have a deck that goes all the way around and then off the back into the pool.
How are you living in a trailer and have a pool?
Okay, so let me say this.
And I'm not judging people for living in trailers. Like, you do what you got to do.
No, but so I maybe I should even further go double wide trailer. So what I call or what I still think is a trailer is the shit they roll in already made.
Manufactured homes.
Yeah, okay. I'm sorry.
That's a little bit different.
A little, but in certain areas, not much.
No. I wonder where your friend Chris is.
Yeah, I don't know. He's probably with your friend Chris, and the two Chris's are hanging out and playing around.
Should we call him or should we text him?
I think you should text him first.
I'll start.
He's probably sleeping.
Christopher.
I've just told him so he won't keep texting me on the Facebook. I've texted the guy. I'll get back to you in an hour. I've just started a job. So now I sound like I'm
very,
a plumber or
very,
something.
very busy and important.
Right. I'm very busy, but I've started a job. Like I'm doing some sort of hard manual labor, some trade job. This I'm you know what it is? It's resume time. It's like padding the resume. It's like embellishment. I'm embellishing what I'm doing, calling this work for. I just started a job. I'll get back to you in an hour.
Yeah.
Oh, it's so phony. I'm such. You know what? I'm an asshole. Really, is what I am.
Well, I wasn't going to be the one to say it.
No, but it's okay.
Chris is trying to find
it all the time.
Chris is trying to find his keys.
What?
I don't know what that means in reference to being on a podcast.
Hey, you know what? I got to tell you what I'm drinking right now.
Beer?
Kool-Aid. Kool-Aid.
Like the real Kool-Aid?
Mm-hmm.
Like, hey, you guys?
Hey, you guys. No, isn't Hey You Guys? I thought that was that was Zoom too. Yeah, I think it was it's Kool-Aid too, but
It was
Zoom
the
used to be
electric
Hey
company.
You Guys, or Electric Company was Hey You Guys. Oh, that was such a great show.
But didn't Kool-Aid also say, hey, you guys, before he
Yeah,
crashed
yeah.
the wall?
Cool. Yeah, I think it's Hey You. I think Hey You Guys is Kool-Aid too.
I gotta
I'm
look it
pretty
up now to
sure.
be sure.
When the fat jug of stuff would
Did
come
the
breaking through the wall.
Kool-Aid man say, hey, you guys?
Look, look at look at how we're using this powerful internet.
No, the Kool-Aid man is not known for saying, hey, you guys. His signature catchphrase was, oh, yeah.
Oh, okay. Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah, yeah. No, I didn't
But see,
know
when
that.
I think of, oh, yeah, what I think of is, oh, yeah.
Yeah, I think of the song Yellow
Ferris
from
Bueller.
Ferris Bueller,
Yep.
which by the way was a hit.
Yeah. Because of Ferris Bueller, to be fair.
Yeah, of course.
That song never would have gotten airplay.
No. Oh, what was the only other than oh yeah, well, simply marvelous? Is that what it said? The one line, simply
Simply
awesome.
awesome.
I think that's what it was.
Yeah.
Oh, simply awesome. And then everybody starts saying awesome. Yes, I'm having real orange Kool-Aid right now. And it's delicious. And it's bringing me back to a time when I could touch my toes without making sounds. God damn, I tell you now. I've been doing this yoga for a month, this chair yoga.
Wow.
Yeah, stretching and doing, and it's only like about 10 minutes in the morning, but I'm telling you, it's not helping. It's not, particularly when it says, bring your leg up onto the chair and bend. I'm like, and I can't get my heel up on the chair.
Yeah.
It's like, holy shit! What has happened to
Bring
me?
your leg up on the chair. You
I
want me to
used to be able
jog
to
up and
sit-
down the steps too?
I used to be able to do what we used to call sit Indian style, which of course
It's
now is
crisscross applesauce, Wally.
Such bullshit. So I used to be able to sit cross-legged like that.
Yeah, it's terrible when we
If
would
I do that
use
now,
stereotypes, and we can't do that anymore.
if I do, no, come on. No, when I was 6 years old, I didn't mean anything bad by it, and I don't mean anything bad by it now.
It doesn't matter what you mean by it.
F groups.
Yeah. Do you use the N word about rigging stuff too? Did you mean anything bad when you used that?
No, we call that Mickey Mousing it.
Uh-huh.
That's what we've always called it. But we still do call it jerry rigging.
I don't even know what that refers to.
I think it has to do with during World War II, like IEDs, when they would make improvised explosive devices. I think they'd call them jerry rigged. Like they would jerry rig a room or something. You'd open the door and everybody would get blown up. It'd be called jerry rigging.
But what is the jerry referring to? Germans?
Germans, yeah.
Oh.
That's what the Germans were called in World War II, jerrys.
Oh.
Right? That was one of the defamatory things they were called. No, of course not. It's just it's I don't know. I actually know some Native Americans who they say, Indian style, not offended by it. Doesn't matter. It's to me, it's I don't know. It doesn't matter. I still say it now and again. No one's ever looked at me funny.
Well, you're just
Even
promoting stereotypes, but okay.
Even at the powwow, when you go to the powwow, when they have we have big powwows here because we have a large Native American population. Native Americans will say, okay, when they get the kids in the little group, okay, everybody sit Indian style. If they use it, I should be able to use it. Without,
You are not them.
Yeah.
Black people use the N-word. You're not allowed to.
It doesn't matter if you're them or not.
Yes, it does.
No, it doesn't.
My God.
It doesn't matter. If we
By
call
the
an
way-
Irish person, if you call an Irish person a Mick, you don't have to be or if a black guy calls you a cracker, is it all right for him to call you a cracker? Of course it is. Who cares? Right.
Because you are not oppressed, cracker.
It doesn't matter. Oppression doesn't matter.
It does too.
Goddamn doesn't matter.
For fuck's sake, Wally.
It doesn't matter. This is what got us into this trouble to begin with this Trump guy. Everybody, we can't say these words, and then you end up with this guy because there are too many people saying, "Yeah, that's right. You can't say that."
Yes,
And
that's why we've elected
it is
a
Jess.
dictator racist. Yeah.
It absolutely is.
So instead of blaming ignorance and lack of education, we're going to say, oh no, people are trying to overcome stereotypes and therefore the language has changed. And oh no, you can't say Indian style anymore.
I don't think anybody does that, Jess. I think that's bullshit you're saying. I think it's real just bullshit. People don't cry about people saying Indian style. Who cries about it?
Do you understand, Wally, that it's not just one phrase? It is a whole culture of stereotypes that get enforced by random language that white men throw out and think it's just fine.
Hi.
Hi.
White men.
It is white men.
White
White
men.
men have set the cultural standard.
People.
I'm sorry. White men have set what standard?
The cultural standard.
We're talking
That's not the
about
C
we're
that I
talking
heard.
about saying sitting Indian style.
Yeah.
And I say it's okay that it's and Jess says it's not okay.
No, you're sitting cross-legged.
Yeah, cross-legged could say that too.
Mm-hmm.
But we
Indian
used to say
style.
when I
Are
was
you going to
a
be
kid-
going while you
Jesus
sit?
fucking Christ.
when I was a
I'm just curious. Are you also going to
God
be watching
damn
a
you, white
Redskins game?
oppressor. You're a fucking white oppressor.
You going to watch
I-
the Cleveland Indians?
Yeah,
No,
I
I'm
do.
not.
Yeah.
I watch them.
Or the
To be
Washington
fair,
football
I'm not going
team.
to watch. I'm not going to watch the Guardians either. To be fair.
Now, Wally, I have been wanting to ask you about this because my brother texted me and he said, Wally's in Maine, right? And I said, yeah.
Yeah.
And he wanted to know if you'd ever mentioned this. He said, yesterday I listened to this interview with a journalist from Maine talking about how top government officials in Maine have allowed Chinese triad mafias to practically take over the state. They have something like 700 to 800 illegal grow houses. They use toxic pesticides, making a lot of people sick. They use slave labor. There's competing triad gangs killing each other and innocent people who happen to be in the wrong place at the wrong time. And there's so much more. I said, well, he's never mentioned it, but it sounds like a conspiracy theory to me. And
Yeah,
he said the journalist put out a documentary about it too, with receipts.
That rings to that trilateral commission shit.
Yeah,
I don't even know what that
that's-
is.
I mean, it's fucking Vince Foster rowing on a fucking island with the corpse of Rush Limbaugh. It's that sort of shit.
So we have had here
So conspiracy
have-
theory stuff.
Yes.
several years ago, about maybe 4 or 5 years ago, there were some serious raids done, ice raids, on Chinese restaurants,
Nothing to see here.
and people did get deported, and people were arrested, and people were jailed. But it was about human trafficking, bringing people in from China and making them work slave labor in Chinese restaurants, all owned by Chinese people who are bringing Chinese people into this country, into the country and into the state. But they do that all over the country. We did have that. As far as triads and gang wars and illegal growing of pot, there is a lot of illegal growing of pot. I don't know that the Chinese are involved in it. I've heard nothing of it.
Now, see, I was so disappointed that you had never mentioned this to me because it seemed like show
Yeah.
prep.
I know nothing
Chris, you
about
heard
the
of this, though?
triad.
I suck what?
Exactly.
I know nothing about the triad.
I said, you've heard of this, though?
No.
The only time I've heard of the triad is an old episode of Las Vegas where Danny was going into a hotel because Mr. Zhang was being targeted, and he went to a Chinese restaurant where he knew the guy from high school that owned the Chinese restaurant, and he went inside and says, "Hey, you know anything about this triad?" And he says, "Oh, no, triads, they're all bullshit, nothing to worry about." Like, okay, good. So he walks outside, and a couple of, I almost said something very politically incorrect, but they jumped out and says, "What you want to know about triad?" and proceeded to kick his ass.
No, I have seen a couple of movies like that, but no, I know nothing about. I would tell you, I could probably drive around Maine. I can tell you, in the last week, 2 weeks, 3 weeks, I have not seen a Chinese person in Maine. though if I go to the Chinese restaurant, I will see people of Asian descent.
Sure.
And I take it back. I have seen. I did see Mr. Young, who owns a Chinese restaurant, but I've known Mr. Young.
Mr. Young.
I've known him almost 30 years, and whenever I see him, I used to give him shit because he drives a Lexus and I was driving a Volvo, and he used to give me shit about it all the time.
Did you ask him how he named his children?
Oh, God.
No,
God.
we were talking about his retirement because he was supposed to retire from the restaurant quite some time ago. Now his son is taking it over, and he said now that his son is taking it over, he has to work even more.
There's one thing I'd like to know about Mr. Young is why in these Chinese, Asian, Japanese, Oriental, let's say, restaurants that no English is spoken whatsoever, except it's, okay, I'd like a number 3, and they're like, oh, and let me get a number 6 with steamed rice, and that's it. Okay, $19.99. Every time.
That thing, no, here, each of the Chinese restaurants here, for the sit-down Chinese restaurants, every single one of them has a token white.
Do you have stand-up ones?
We have just order and pick up.
Okay.
With no sit-down.
With no seating?
No seating.
Oh, I always expect seating.
Yeah, there's one around the corner from us that's mostly takeout, but they have like a couple of little booths in there. But it's so small that I wouldn't want to. I've never eaten in the place because I feel like anybody else in the room would be part of the conversation because it's that small.
Yeah, there are.
Well, you would never be able to talk about the triad. That's for fucking sure.
Right?
Well, I've definitely eaten at places, particularly usually hot dog joints, that only have stand-up bars. They'll just have like against the wall. They'll just be like a 12-inch shelf that goes the length of the wall.
I guess the Sabaret cart probably wouldn't have a sit-down location.
No, there's a Greek place like that here too.
Yeah, I can't stand up that long anymore. I can't stand up long enough to eat.
But with all your chair yoga?
Telling you, the chair yoga is not. It's difficult. It sounds so terrible. The chair yoga is difficult. Some of the chair yoga stuff, especially the stretching. And here's the stuff I always get wrong: when to breathe. Say, okay, now put your right arm up and turn to deep breath in, and then exhale when you center. And I miss it all the time, and I don't know. Oh wait, am I supposed to take my breath in when I'm turning, or when I come back to center? Where am I taking the breath? Fuck it, I just do it. Maybe that's why it's not helping me. Maybe I'm not breathing right.
That's probably it.
It's also exacting. It's very exacting. And here's the other thing I've noticed on the chair yoga. It's gotten faster. They've sped up the talking part.
They've sped up the chair. Yoga. That's the problem.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, and I have also got to change the chair because I'm using a chair that has like a captain's chair with the arms on it.
Oh,
head of the
Why
table
chair so speedy?
I tried taking a yoga class one time, and it was at the kickboxing gym I used to go to, and so they had kickboxing classes, they had strength classes, and then they had yoga classes. And one of my favorite kickboxing instructors was instructing this yoga class. And in kickboxing, it was for all levels. So like they would say, you're going to do this kind of kick. And then they would give modifiers for for beginners. So like everybody could do it. And I assumed that the yoga would be the same way. And I had never taken a yoga class before. And I kind of had a tiny little crush on this instructor. And so I took the class. And first of all, it was not for beginners at all. I didn't know what any of the things were. And I didn't know how to do the things. And so he would say to do a thing. And then I would like look at what everybody else was doing and try to do it. And my body didn't do those things because I had never done them before. And so
Waka.
At one point, we were supposed to be doing a bridge, like where you're facing upward and your hand, everything's behind you. And I'm trying to do this bridge and I'm trying to get my hips up. And this instructor comes over and straddles me and pulls my hips up. And I was like, I don't know where to look right now. And then I was so sore for a week after that I couldn't walk, and I was like, I'm not doing yoga anymore.
No, I just the kickboxing part. I can't even kick anymore. I don't think. I think kicking is out of my pantheon of things I can do.
I actually
You want
bought
me
a
to kick
heavy
you in the
bag.
box?
I bought a heavy bag from my gym downstairs. I haven't gotten it hung up yet, but it's 100 pounds, so I'm going to need some help with that, and I'll have to pay somebody to do it. And I'm currently not buying things.
Yeah, well, just that makes sense.
Hey, how's that job hunt coming, Jess?
Well, I did get a call yesterday from one of the independent record promotion companies.
Nice.
And
Yeah.
she's been trying to hire me for a really long time. Like, she actually was the reason that I got the job at Live One when it was still Slacker Radio, because I had been working at Country Air Check and then doing Slacker part-time and trying to convince Slacker to bring me on full-time. And my boss kept saying, there's no money. And then this woman from the independent promotion company called me and she said, let's go to lunch. Have you ever thought about doing radio or doing promotion? And I said, I'm kind of holding out for this company to bring me on full time, but hang on. And I called my boss and said, here's what's happened. I didn't look for this job. I'm not giving you any kind of ultimatum or anything, but should I be waiting for Slacker to bring me on full time? And 2 weeks later, they did.
Smart.
So she called me yesterday and she's like, are you currently employed? I was like, I am not currently employed. And she said, have you ever thought about doing promotion? I said, yeah. I said, the idea of traveling all the time does not appeal to me. And she said, oh, there's no travel. It's just secondary promotion. She's like, but before we waste each other's time, what kind of money would you want to be making? And I told her what I had been making. And she was like, yeah, we don't have that.
Well, but so just the devil's advocate right now. So it's a little something, right? If what is it? Mostly phone calling stations, just repitching them.
If I have to spend full-time hours doing something that pays probably half of what I was making, that's not going to pay the mortgage, right? And then I could still be doing audiobooks or whatever else, but then I'm doing that into the night.
Yeah, I don't think you'd have to do fucking 40 hours a week.
Well, I don't know.
I think you'd probably do that. I mean, it's just calling. It's the same that we used to deal with. Just someone calling you up. You know what it is. People calling
I'm guessing there's some
you.
commission involved in there too, like commission as far as like
if they play it
per ad. Yeah.
It is. It's such a tightrope of payola, right?
Yeah.
It's such a tightrope.
Yeah.
It's such a seedy fucking business.
Mm-hmm.
From beginning to end.
Yeah.
From P. Diddy to and
P. Downey.
From P. Diddy to getting it on the air and getting it play. It's all fucking so seedy because there are hundreds maybe not as successful, but there are 100 P. Diddy's.
Yeah, for sure.
There are tons of those guys.
Also, that is a sales job, and I am not a salesperson.
Yeah.
And I feel gross.
Look, neither am I. But I mean, that's
somebody...
what I morphed into.
Yeah, but
I mean, that's what I had to morph
Same
into.
here. I don't want to do sales, but I feel like I could.
Look, my father told me one time, long time ago, and this is when, I think I've told you this story before. I'm programming out in Winchester, having the time of my life. But I'm not making any fucking money whatsoever. And, my father said, you think I really wanted to become a fucking lawyer? No, I did what I had to. So this offer from the religious people came along, and I gave them an inflated number. And because I'm like, oh, they're not going to match it. So yeah, we can do that.
No, if I had when I had said, here's what I was making and I need to make something close to that, if she had said, yeah, we would pay that, I would go have the conversation with her. It's not necessarily something I want to do. The idea of, one, having to call people with the sole intent of trying to sell them on something is gross to me. And from what I understand from everybody I know who has gone from radio to promotion, it's really hard when people don't return your phone calls. It's a blow to the ego from people who come from a business where their ego has been stroked their entire career.
Right, except how many phone calls do we not return? When we've gotten packages in the mail, or we've gotten phone calls, hey, miss, you got a job? Call me back. I want to be on the FM. How many calls do we not return? I mean, it's the 1 in 10 that you get back, and then you just fucking ABC them. Always be closing.
I don't know how to close.
Yeah, you do. Mm-mm. Yeah, you do. You sold me on taking a job at some shitty fucking radio station on top of a hill.
I'm pretty sure you asked for the job first, though.
Look, you know why I asked?
Because I didn't know who the fuck you were before I hired you.
Who was it that told me? Somebody told me that, what was the midday? Adam Bomb or Adams or Right Said Fred or Danger Will Robinson. Will Robinson's like, yeah, FRE, if you need something to do, FRE is looking for somebody since you're working overnight, if you want to do something. I'm like, I mean, it'll pass the hours. So, and that's when I sent you a tape and you said, but can you come tomorrow? Sure. And that was that. Mm-hmm. So began a love affair, going 16 years strong.
And here we are.
Jeez, he was a quick hire?
Yeah, it took Jess about 40 seconds to realize that we thought exactly the same on everything. Yeah. Except for apparently Trump. But other than that.
We didn't know about him back then. I mean, we knew about him.
We thought he was just, doing apprentice shit.
He was just a guy to laugh at on TV back then. Well, he still is.
Much like today.
Yeah.
I think you've probably both grown closer in your belief on Trump. I think you're closer now than you ever were.
Probably. Yeah.
I don't know.
I also remember, like, every time I had to hire anybody, it was so fucking torturous.
Dude, I was your last hire in that building.
Yeah. Yeah.
And you were there for another 2 years.
Yeah. I fucking hated having to hire people because, like, just posting a job. I need somebody to do traffic in the afternoons part-time. I'll put this in the ad. There's no relocation. You have to already live in the area. You have to already know how to do blah, 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 blah.
And I was already the traffic reporter overnights on TOP. So I'm like, oh, this is great.
But like every single fucking other person who applied for the job was like, I live in Washington State and I would love to move to Maryland. Go fuck yourself. This job pays $8 an hour. What are you doing?
I never got paid for the first year, so I didn't know.
Yes, you did.
No, I didn't. I 100% did not. You hired me in late
11. 10.
Earlier than that. At late 10, you hired me.
Yeah.
I want to say it was probably September of 10.
Mm-hmm.
And, I'm coming in, I'm doing the traffic and whatever else. And I was so used to being on payroll that I never filled out a time card. And nobody ever told me to fill out a time card until one day Phyllis came along and said, do you want to get paid for working here?
And she never back paid you?
No, I never got back pay for the year. So I said, yeah, I guess, yeah. He says, well, this is what you got to do. So I started getting paid probably 3 months into 2011, and looked at told Phyllis, it's like, so what do you want to do? I'm like, 100% the 401k. Throw whatever you can in the 401 fucking K.
Yeah.
I don't need this goddamn money. And I wound up having a 401k from iHeart. By the time I was done, that was approximately worth the booger that I just picked out of my nose.
Yeah.
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
And it's a big booger. Don't get me wrong, but it wasn't a valuable booger.
Yeah.
So.
Well, it was iHeart. Actually, it was Clear Channel.
Yeah, no, don't tell anybody that. It was the Aloha Trust, Jess.
It was the Aloha, but the checks were from Clear Channel.
Yes, they were, and everything else was from Clear Channel, including Jim Curtis.
Yeah.
So everything. Good God, that motherfucker.
That was the best way to work for Clear Channel, which was that they weren't allowed to tell us what to do, but they still had to pay us.
Yeah, we were on an island.
Mm-hmm.
We were and I thought that island would last forever.
Yeah.
I really did. Did you see the big news? You saw AYZ got
sold
bought by the Christians?
Yeah.
Yeah. Now, if Verstandig is selling the powerhouse, radio's fucked.
Yeah. It did say they were keeping the call letters, though, so I wonder if they're going to
put
move
them back on 101.5.
Did they put them back?
Not yet, but they will. They'll put them back on 101.5.
So the station's not going away.
No, the station will go to 101.5, 92 bucks.
Yeah. By the way, big update. We got our podcast moved, finally, to a new host.
Yeah, I saw that.
I saw that. Congratulations.
Yeah. There was no communication ever from the previous host, which, by the way, was affiliated with my previous job.
No communication. Must have worked in radio.
Yeah. So they did. There was no. I just randomly. My friend was complaining because it was hard for her to listen to the show on YouTube, and while we were
it's hard for anybody to listen to the show, whether it's on YouTube or not.
Yeah.
I'd say it's a tough listen. And by the way, Scotchline, what's up?
But she actually enjoys listening to the show, and she's like, I hate that it's on YouTube. It's hard for me to listen there. And I just randomly pulled up the previous host, and it actually loaded this time. And I was like, oh, please hold while I move this the fuck away from here. So it's on Spotify now, and it still goes to all of the places. But here's what's interesting. On Spotify, there is an option to add a poll to our episodes for listener engagement.
In case Dingus wants to come back.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. So I'm going to need you all to start thinking about poll questions so that we can put random polls on our show.
Oh, my God.
Oh, good. So we can get back on after the break and go, listen, according to a survey.
According to our survey, it's very scientific. We asked Scott and 2 other people. And here's what we found out. 33% of America.
That's it.
Oh my God.
I can't wait until we can finally say a majority of Americans say that Chris Roth has a tiny dick.
A majority of Americans.
A majority of Americans polled.
Polled about my poll, nonetheless.
Oh, but we do have one person from out of the country, right? If he answers the poll, we have a Norwegian or something.
That would be internationally.
Yes,
known,
and our international polling says. Hey, on your car? Did I ask this last week or not? I might not have. Do you have the deal where if you don't put your seatbelt on, the car doesn't run?
We had this whole conversation about changing the settings and on the
when
it locks and doesn't lock.
Again, I got caught in that fucking. I just wanted to move the car. It really pisses me off because I'm like, Jesus Christ, son of a. I don't know why it makes it just.
You were supposed to go see if there was a setting to change that. I bet
there isn't.
I bet there is.
The safety. I referred to the manual. I didn't see anything. So now maybe I'll do a search on the Google.
What do you want it to do?
It'll take you to a Reddit thread, and the Reddit thread will be like, here's how you do that.
You step on the brake 3 times. You raise your arm twice.
Turn around in a circle.
The car, Chris. My car.
Chris might have missed this part because he had to leave early last time.
Yeah.
My car will not move unless the seatbelt is engaged.
Oh, there's got to be. Just type in your car, make, model, and seatbelt hack in Google. It'll be there.
Yep.
There's zero doubt it'll be there.
Yep. It'll be, and 99% of the time it'll come up in a Reddit thread.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. Because Reddit is where you can find anything.
Yeah.
Yeah, I will. Then I will go on the on the Reddit.
Well, no, go on to Google and let the Google
tell you where to go.
Yeah.
God, why is this thing telling me go to hell? And why does my dashboard have a number 4 taking a shit? I don't understand what that means. No, it's negative 4 degrees, Wally.
I have been inundated with scammers lately on my Jess Right Radio Facebook page. And I know they're scammers because they send me a message and the first thing, and all it says is hello. And so I know it's not a listener because the listeners will say, hey, Jess, I love blah, blah, blah. Why aren't you on the show anymore? Whatever. They'll say a thing. The scammers just start with hello. Them the other day started with hell. That's all it said.
What does it start with?
Hell. No O, just hell.
Just hell. And I said, is for children, if I know, in a handbasket, I'm going to need you to be more specific. And like hours later, I see he sent me 3 more messages. Like 2 of them are just question marks, like I haven't responded fast enough. And I was like, are you being impatient with me? That's pretty ballsy for a scammer. And he said, yes, I'm not a scammer. Have you ever heard of a sugar daddy? I'm going to pay you $30 every weekend. I was like, sold.
Wow, $30 a weekend.
What does he want you to do?
I don't know. $30 is $30.
Something about dick in a box. I don't know what it is.
God damn. $30. I'm trying to think what I would do for $30.
I can tell you what I wouldn't do.
Yeah.
Yeah,
even the state of Tennessee is paying more than $30 a week. Not much more, but more.
But yet, that's slightly more than what your boy would have gotten from unemployment in Tennessee, isn't it?
Well, he might be thinking, though, since you're in Tennessee, that, in Tennessee, they'll work for $30.
My boy, you mean my late husband?
Yes. I was sorry to hear about that, by the way.
Do what?
Chris is talking about your boy.
Yeah, her late husband.
My late husband.
I was sorry to hear about that. I hope you'll be able to collect his death benefit.
Well, I don't know if dead to me gets me a benefit other than not having to live with him, but...
Well, it should.
Yeah.
It should.
I'll be referring to him as my late husband from now on.
God, I am walking around the antique store and I just beefed on some old lady.
Wait a sec.
Absolutely, just let one fucking rip. I didn't realize she was standing behind me.
Is he dead, Jess?
Only to me.
Only to her.
Or is he just dead to you?
Only to me.
Oh, just dead to you.
Mm-hmm.
Wally, you were getting excited. Oh my God, is he dead? Is he dead?
And it took him this long to catch up to that part of the conversation.
No, he was more concerned about the fuck that I let on this old Bertha here.
No, I was still looking at the guy is sending me messages about staining my...
honest, Chris, the fart's more interesting.
It kind of is. Yeah. It kind of is, because it smells somewhere between sulfur and greatness. So...
the worst fart are the especially on these warm days when you fart, they can get out of the car, go in the store, and come back out a half hour later, open the door, and you're like,
still in your car.
Jesus, it still smells like a fart in here.
That's the worst part. That is the worst part fart.
It is, because so when you fart, usually you're not really alarmed by your fart. You're not like, oh Jesus, but when you fart, leave, and come back a half hour, and it's still there. Now it's not like it's your fart anymore. It's like, wow.
It's like, who did that?
That's horrible.
Last night at the bowling alley, we were, and I had a bad night early, but a great night late. But the whole night, our team's there. It's me, Jenna, a guy named Donald, and a guy named Grayson. And Grayson comes in, and the first thing he does is, I apologize, my feet smell. I've had this, bag in the car all day, and it just killed the odor. And I'm like, opportunity. So anytime that he bent down, I cut one. Every single time I said, dude, your feet. And he said, man, I don't know why it's so bad today. I'm sorry. It's like, it's okay. So end of the third game, he bends down again, puts on his shoes, and just, and dude, he's like, I'm sorry. I'll put some spray in it next week. It'll be fine. So I got back in the car with Jenna. And I said, listen, I want you to know something. She's like, what? I said, every time that Grayson bent down to touch his feet, I was cutting one. And she said, you son of a bitch, I didn't think anybody's feet smelled like sulfur. Oh, my God.
Yeah, but
the fact that she didn't know it was you.
And how does he not know the smell of his own feet?
Who the hell knows? I mean, it's Frederick. What do you want?
Because I have been well known over the course of my life for having really nasty smelling feet at times. And I know the smell of my own feet, and I could tell the difference between the bad foot smell and a fart.
Well, some people cannot differentiate. Or maybe he was into it. I don't know. I don't know the kid that well.
But then Jenna didn't recognize your farts. That's odd to me.
I'm pretty sure that she had an inkling, but I kept sitting there denying, going, oh, my. Oh, wow. This is
deny. You are a Republican, aren't you?
Terrible. Well, listen.
You're not a Republican, are you? He's not. I think he's more of the what is it? What is the other one that people claim to be when they're a little bit conservative, a little bit what
moderate?
Is the other? No,
I'm a goddamn Tea Party is what I am.
Libertarian.
I was having a talk with my friend, a couple of my friends recently, and we were talking about how that is the Republican sort of thing, that Democrats are always idiots. They don't change. Republicans every 10 years it's we're the Contract with America group, now we're the Tea Party group, now we're the Moral
Let's not forget about
group,
Joe the Plumber.
The MAGA group.
Don't forget Joe the Plumber. That was a cycle too. And I don't know what I am. That's the problem. I don't know what I don't want to say I'm centrist, but it's like, and I've said this before, or abortions. Do I want somebody to have an abortion? No. Is it my choice? Fuck no. So I don't know where that puts me.
This is why I have never aligned myself with either party.
Right,
because
and that's why I really can't either. I mean, it's the gay marriage thing. Listen, okay, you're gay, you want to get married, that's fine. Do you want to fuck me? No, then I don't care what you do.
Yeah. I once told somebody that I was, pretty socially liberal and pretty fiscally conservative with exceptions here and there, and she went, that's not a thing. And I was like, the fuck it's not.
It's what I live.
Yeah.
All right. So
I don't align with everything from anybody.
I am there just too, except for I was fiscally conservative until I started making a lot of money, and then I stopped being fiscally conservative, which was a big mistake. I should have stayed in the fiscally conservative area.
Yeah.
It's funny how
I've never made a lot of money, so.
Huh?
I've never made a lot of money.
Oh, when you start making a lot of money, suddenly you're not fiscally conservative anymore, which is a mistake. You should always be fiscally conservative.
I mean, I feel like I am mature enough now that if somebody wanted to give me a lot of money, I would be responsible with it.
You mean like a $30 a week sugar daddy?
At least, yeah. Yeah.
That's going to be now known as Jess as their stipend.
Listen, I want to show you a picture of my sugar baby. She costs $30 a week.
And look at this. I call her Red.
She's my sugar baby.
I just feel like if somebody wanted to give me $1 million, I would be responsible with it.
Have either one of you guys ever looked at Tinder?
Yeah.
So my daughter was telling me that her and her friends were goofing and they had made a Tinder a Tinder profile so they could look at Tinder, and they were aghast at what they were seeing on Tinder. Is it bad?
It's a shit show. The only thing worse than Tinder is probably Plenty of Fish.
Plenty of Fish.
Yeah.
That's a fun one.
Yeah. That's a shit show on fire.
Yeah, that's something else.
Yeah.
So what it is those are free services. Plenty of Fish at the free.
There's free and paid levels for both of them.
Paid for a shit show.
Mm-hmm.
I'm paying for a shit show.
Plenty of Fish. I haven't looked at it in years and years, but the last time I looked at it, it looked like a fourth grader learned how to design websites.
She was telling me about it. The conversation evolved into me saying, I don't think I could do that, because I still am very comfortable in this, though when talking to Jess, I vision that you have to be on it. I say that, not you have to be on it, because women seem to be.
Watch your wording carefully, Wilcox.
When I was young, it was face-to-face conversation, and you could have a different conversation. But now it seems like personal approaching a woman, or even a woman approaching a man, there's a risky sort of. It's a very sketchy sort of zone there.
Mm-hmm.
That it's you can't just approach people at the grocery anymore, or wherever people approach each other.
I mean, you can. It's just a matter of like paying attention to somebody's body language. Like if there's somebody who's not looking around and making eye contact with people, they probably don't give a fuck about they don't want to be approached. They're not there to make friends. But if somebody is looking at you and smiling at you and, oh, did you see they have a sale on this now? If they're like making small talk, like maybe they're okay to talk to. And if you say, oh, hey, and they go, and they walk away, then you just fucking leave it alone. Like
it would be so much better if like people wore signs around their neck.
Yeah.
That said like, I'm down to fuck.
If you ever,
or
I'm down to fuck.
I want to meet somebody, or Jess could have one, that would say something to the effect of, I don't know, fuck you. Something like that.
What's the restaurant with the,
Fogo de Chão?
Texas de Brazil.
Yeah, you got it. Fogo de Chão, same thing, where you got to change like the red sign means don't talk to me. The green signs, I'm down to fuck.
Yes, you got a little card. If it's green, they can come bring you the meat. Same as in the dating world.
Wow.
If it's red,
Hello.
if it's red, I don't want your meat. If it's green, bring the meat.
All right.
So now, how would that work with me? Because I don't want the meat.
Well,
You'd have to just get the dessert.
I guess so.
No entree for me. Just dessert, please.
Hey, where do you want to go tonight? Fogo de Chão. Okay, that's good.
I seriously, guys, if I were suddenly single, I would be single for the duration.
mm-hmm.
I just would be. I would be. My daughter's telling me right now that she is loving not having a person.
Mm-hmm.
And what she's loving about it is the freedom to go do whatever she wants when she wants.
Right.
So what I love about, or what I enjoy about having someone, is I can do those things too as well, but I like the consistency. But I think the consistency is the same if you're single too. It just depends on your situation, I guess.
Yeah.
I like sitting
If
down
you get time
with my wife.
Totally feel free to give your daughter my number. I am not totally against wearing Birkenstocks and pissing in a PBR. So,
Chris, I'm not sure, I'm not going to speak for Wally's daughter, but I am not sure she's looking for someone who is engaged to another woman.
Hey, listen. Has it ever stopped me before? Has it ever stopped your husband before? Let's look at the facts.
My late husband?
Let's look at the facts. It has never stopped your late husband. So,
Jess, there's
obviously,
Jess's new
it's
pickup
fine.
line. So how? Are you with somebody? Oh, I'm a widower.
I'm a widow.
I'm a widow.
Yeah, or Jess when trying to speak on behalf of somebody else's daughter. We'll find out who else he's fucking first.
Yeah, Jess not exactly the best wing woman.
Not really. Not really.
Not for you.
They're in a restaurant next to Jess, and some girl comes along and says, "Hey, how you doing?" And Jess just jumps in. He's got AIDS. Okay.
I wouldn't have to say he's got AIDS. I would just say he's engaged. Same thing.
Oh well, it's just as bad. It takes away the same rights.
Yeah.
You know what? I don't think in today's world he's engaged means a lot to people anymore. I just don't.
I think that's bullshit.
When my daughter was attached, guys hit on her all the time, even guys that knew she was attached.
Mm-hmm.
Guys,
Do you know when I got the most tail? And not the most tail, but you know when I got the most people trying to pick me up?
Sure,
even though I was
married.
a fucking fat slob? When I have a ring on. That's exactly right.
Yeah, when you're married, because
That's
you're not a
exactly
threat.
right.
You're no baggage. You're a fucking gone.
When I go to Las Vegas, I wear two things: a Rolex and a wedding ring.
You get gold diggers, and people just want to fucking say, you know what? Won't have to worry about him later. No
That's
phone
exactly
calls,
right.
no text messages, no jealousy, none of that.
Exactly.
None of that shit. I'll just want to know, when's the next time you're going to be in Vegas, baby?
Yeah, I'll let you, and then I'll send her text like randomly to go, "Hey, I fucked your dad." Just random text.
Yeah, my daughter, she did say she's going on a friend date tomorrow night. I think it is.
What does that mean?
Yeah,
friend date means-
tell us about that.
A friend date is just a going out to have to eat and maybe to bowl or something with somebody she knew from high school but has not seen in 30 years or hasn't seen in 15 years. So it's like a friend. We used to be friends, but then we went our own separate ways and yada yada yada. And he happens to still live here in this town, and so he's going to go up and see her, and they're gonna hang out.
I can't believe I forgot to tell you guys about this. I have a friend.
No, you don't.
I do.
Bullshit.
I do. This guy it's just been a friendship. There's never been any
Hanky panky.
nothing even attempted in either direction. And for a while, I think I actually have mentioned him before because we text each other and like call each other about the stupid reality shows like the Love is Blind and Married at First Sight and all of those.
He's gay.
He's not.
Okay.
And I knew he was going through a really hard divorce because he would talk to me about it sometimes and tell me about all the shit his ex-wife was pulling. And so we would bond over, divorce stories and all of that. And then he got a new job a couple of months ago. And then one day I texted him something and he didn't respond. And like,
Oh dear.
a week went by and I was like, I realized he didn't respond. And I was like, oh my God, did I text you this thing that was so dramatic and exciting and you did not respond 7 days ago? And he just responded back, yeah, slammed. And I was like,
Wow.
something's going on. But I didn't push it. I didn't do anything wrong. So like, okay, if you're slammed, that's fine. I backed off. So then like 3 weeks later, he calls me and he says, I said, where the hell have you been? He says, my girlfriend deleted your number from my phone.
Oh my God.
Oh boy.
I didn't even know he had a girlfriend. And I was like, why? And he's like, I mean, we've always had an open phone policy, and she was going through the phone, and she's like, who is this? You're texting her about TV shows? And I was like, yeah, how is that threatening? Like there was never anything in those text conversations where there was any like flirting or anything. It was just,
I'm making popcorn. Bring some wine over so we can watch.
there was never
Yeah,
like any of that.
Right.
We do not have an open phone policy.
And
We do not.
she went through the phone, and he said in her defense she was PMSing, and I said that is not a defense. First
That
of
is not
all,
a defense. That's bullshit.
I said I have PMSed a lot of times in my life, and I have never gone through a man's phone and deleted people from his. And I wasn't the only one. Apparently, there was another woman that he went to lunch with and brought the girlfriend, or dinner or something, brought the girlfriend, and then they got back, and she's like, I don't like her.
You
And
don't remember the time that you went through my phone at the radio station and deleted my wife's phone number? You don't remember that?
I did that?
Yes.
Why did I delete your wife's phone number?
You don't need to talk to that bitch anymore. She's going to be your ex-wife soon.
I did that?
No, I'm making this up as I go along, you fuck.
Oh, okay.
I have.
Yeah, so she went through and deleted my number and like 2 other women's numbers. And he said it took him 2 weeks to find my number again. And I was like, okay, well, first of all, I didn't know you had a girlfriend. And if I did, I would not be texting you at 10 o'clock at night about a fucking TV show, because I try to be more respectful of other people's relationships than that.
Yeah, sure.
But also, that sounds like a whole bunch of drama I don't want to be part of.
Yeah. I have. What is the open phone? The open phone, what? You can look at each other's phone?
Yeah.
I just would. I have fucking no care or interest who my wife's talking to. I could give a shit.
Mm-mm.
I just don't care.
And the more he was telling me about this, about, she didn't understand this and she didn't understand that. And I said, okay, so I can already tell she's not in the music business. And he said, no, she's not. Because I do get that the music business operates differently than a lot of other professions, and relationships work a little bit differently within the music business.
Yeah, we've talked about it. It's artsy. It's an artsy relationship.
But still, I brought it up to my friend, and she said that there was somebody, like, when she and her now husband first started dating, there was somebody that was like liking all of his, like hearting all of his posts on social media and adding little heart eye comments. And she said something to him about it. And I said, but you didn't delete her from the phone. She said, no, he did it himself.
I think so. The radio, at least my experience, I can only speak of my experience. It's the radio relationships, lots of them that I have experienced. There's a lot of sexual innuendo in those relationships.
Yeah.
Sort of, I think it's sort of like.
You don't say. Your radio name was Cox.
No, Will Cox.
Same thing.
Willie or Wally Cox.
They're. It's just, again, it's that fucking artsy thing that nobody means anything about it. It's just fucking clever banter most of the time.
Right. But the thing that gets me the most about this is that how does our call end in 15 minutes? Anyway, when he and I were texting back and forth, there was never any innuendo.
Right. I think I know why it's 15 minutes. Chris came in late. That was a group.
Oh.
Before then, it was just us two.
Okay.
You're welcome.
That's
talking
the whole reason.
Sexy before Chris got here.
That's the whole reason I never jump on like when they're 2 minutes ahead of time, because I was worried that it would cut us off. But you're right. That's probably what it is.
Wait, hold on. What did you say?
I said we have 15 minutes left.
I had not ever heard that come from you before in my direction.
You have never deserved it before.
Oh, goddamn. Chris, what are you drinking, sir? Are you having a beverage?
No, why?
Oh, I was just wondering, because I was telling Jess earlier I was having Kool-Aid. Did you hear my Kool-Aid story?
I did not.
It's not a story, just I'm having Kool-Aid, and fucking Kool-Aid's delicious. It is really I like the Kool-Aid. I'm going to start drinking Kool-Aid.
It's like 100% sugar. Of course it's delicious.
Well, I'll get the non-sugar kind, the kind with the fake sugar.
Okay.
I'll get the squeezy, but right now we have what I like about when you make it yourself is I short the water so it'll be more flavorful. Like I think it's 1 cup of sugar, 2 cups of water, and for me, it's whatever it is, 1 cup of sugar, a cup and a half of water, so it's more tasty. I don't know how much water it is. I guess it's 2 quarts, so it must be, 8 cups of water. I guess. No, not 8 cups of water. Well, whatever it is. Anyways, I short the water so it's much more tasty. I love I like it to be more tasty and tangy because it. I don't know. I just do. And my favorite red. I like the cherry flavor.
Red.
Red. Yes, red.
I know.
I don't know that it's necessarily a flavor.
No,
it doesn't really
it's
taste
red.
like cherries.
What's your favorite flavor? Blue.
Yeah. Well, no. You know what it is?
It works for popsicles. It works for Kool-Aid. It doesn't actually matter what the flavor is. I like blue.
No, you know what it's like getting those air fresheners, the Glade plugins. Oh, what flavor do you like?
Mm-hmm.
People say that all the time. What flavor? What flavor? I don't drink this shit.
But you see, that when I have my favorite flavor is orange, so it's a color.
Mm-hmm.
Yes, see, and I'm having orange today, and it's fucking-licious.
I love orange, and there's a war in this country on orange, as far as I'm concerned, because you can never find fucking orange Tic Tacs anymore.
Really?
Oh, you
Ever.
cannot find orange. It's hard to find the orange Tic Tac.
Yeah,
You
and you
can
used to
find
be able to find orange sherbet everywhere, and all of a sudden it's limited quantities wherever you go.
Oh, I do like sherbet too.
Is it because of
God.
some dye restriction or something?
I don't think so. I mean, even Sonic doesn't do an orange slush, but they'll do the same color as mango.
That's
Yeah.
weird.
God, Frederick's I just realized it's such a safe place here. I've left my car running at the airport while running my boss around inside for the last 15 minutes. And it's still running out in the parking lot. So,
We had on the web page, not on the my town web page, but on the city over on the website, they had a fucking porch cam of a shooting. Just a fucking guy coming out of the street corner, shooting at the ethnic. I don't know
Careful.
what it is. It's where the folks come in from out of the country, and that's where their first introduction to the area is, and they learn about here's what the services are, here's what housing is, here's who you call for this, yada yada yada, whatever those service centers are. Fucking some guy just comes out, just shoots at the building, unloads a whole clip, boom, 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 and then runs back off into the woods. Like, what the fuck is
Probably
going on?
some MAGA motherfucker.
welcome to ICE.
No, it was so the description of him, I don't know if it was a MAGA, but it was a description was a young black youth.
I'm
all
not sure
dressed
that's a
in
MAGA.
You think it's a MAGA?
Couple. They have a couple.
They
Well,
do.
Trump has
They
said,
do.
"Where's my black? Where's my black? I love my black.
The blacks love me. I
Yep.
love the blacks.
Yep.
Where's my black?" A crazy bastard. Now, what about the Epstein thing, you guys? Just real.
It doesn't exist.
No, I
doesn't-
saw the list.
It doesn't exist.
Bullshit. Mr. Cotter's on it. Mrs. Cotter's is on it. Fucking, Freddie Washington
Vinny
is on it.
Barbarino's on it.
That Epstein.
Yes.
Boom, boom.
Ooh, even
Poor
Caravel's on it.
Freddie Boom Boom
God,
Washington.
Mr. Woodman's on it.
Boom, boom, Washington.
Can you imagine Mr. Woodman on the Epstein list?
Jesus Christ. Yeah, I'm going to go down and fuck a little boy. Ha ha. Cotter, you're fired.
Jesus.
Oh my God. That stuff is fucking insane. The one thing I notice is MAGAs say nothing.
No, there's
They-
actually Republican Congress people coming out and saying he needs to show the list.
No, there's nothing to see here.
Yeah,
Nothing to see here.
there's no list. Pam Bondi said there's no list now.
Well,
There was a list, but there's no list.
I mean, if Trump
No,
and
the
Pam are
delegate
both
my
saying
homework.
there's no list, obviously there's no list.
Well, see,
Right.
now exactly. Now
Yeah.
you're thinking like a good common sense, good red-blooded American.
Mm-hmm,
You see?
Mm-hmm.
There's no list. Nothing to see here. I also love the video where there's a minute missing in the video.
Yeah.
Oh,
Of
yeah, the
Epstein's-
that's
just-
good. There's
That was
a
just
minute
boring.
missing.
Nobody wanted to see that part.
Yeah, well, they had to cut to the chase.
Yeah. Yeah.
You know what's weird? I'm going to remind you of something I've reminded you most weeks. Epstein did not kill himself.
Mm-hmm.
Okay?
Mm-hmm.
Oh,
I'm
you
going
don't
to
think
remind
so?
you of that. Not a chance.
And before Ghislaine Maxwell is about to reveal what she knows about the list, she also did not kill herself.
That's correct.
Mhm.
Elaine Maxwell did not futurely kill herself.
That's right. That's
Oh
right.
my god!
All right, you guys.
guys,
I gotta finish editing this audiobook that I fucking thought I was gonna have finished already, but
what happened?
family shit. What happened is that my sister took it upon herself to go visit my mother, and now everything my mother needs is my
God.
problem.
So your sister goes stirs the pot, and now you have to put shit in the pot?
It's not even that she's stirring the pot. She's just trying to help and like do stuff for her, which again, I don't understand why, but that's her therapy bill. But then she goes and so then she's calling me in the middle of the day when I'm in the middle of trying to record a fucking book or edit a book. And then she's, I want to take her to go get her eyes checked. And then, okay, fine. Take her to go get her eyes checked. Okay. Can you send me a picture of her Medicare card? No, because I don't have her Medicare card.
So isn't that the thing, by the way, when you work from home, when you work for yourself or work from home, nobody you know thinks you have a job.
Yeah. Well, and I don't have a job, and
You do have a job.
But-
I mean, you're doing work.
But also, because I don't tell my siblings every single thing I do, they don't know about the hours I've spent in the last 2 weeks on the phone trying to get my stepfather's retirement account in my mother's name and trying to get an advisor for that and trying to get her Social Security benefits and trying to get all of these things. And I'm driving around getting fucking notaries and getting paperwork and getting her goddamn fucking marriage certificate. And I spend all of these hours doing this. And then I'm like, okay, today I can get all of this work done. But no, let me go spend 20 minutes trying to find her goddamn fucking Medicare card.
You're gonna sound like my fucking goddamn mother who keeps fucking saying goddamn fuck.
Oh, you remember how I was talking about David Sedaris last week?
Yep.
He's from Ithaca, New York.
Did I know that?
Ithaca or Portland, New York. Yeah, did I tell you that?
Maybe.
Yeah, because he mentions that he's from He said something about his grandmother being in Cortland. I believe he's from Ithaca, New York.
Huh.
Just saying he's not there anymore, but blah, blah, blah. All right, you guys. Well, go ahead. I got to go give pictures to the guy who's going to do my porch.
All right. Good luck.
Yeah, and I got to go home and take care of my arm, rub some vacitracin on it. Fucking kitten just fucking got me everywhere.
Oh. Well,
So, yeah.
jerk.
Yeah.
Jerk.
Well,
All right,
she's a little
see you guys.
bitch, but she's adorable. See you later.
All right. Bye, guys.
Bye.